Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everybody is doing okay. Okay, this is a long day because this morning I got up at 8 o'clock to go to the food pantry, but I hadn't been asleep yet. So tonight I'm a little bit tired, but nothing I can't handle. So I showed you guys in the previous video what I got. And I wanted to mention a couple things about the stuff I got. Okay, this is some ice cold tea I froze in the freezer, but I have to keep it in my glass because for some reason it's dripping. Okay, number one thing is some of this food is a lot more expensive food than I generally buy, so that's a real treat. So I got these beans, and they were $8.99 Manola frijoles, P-U-R-C-O. I don't know what that word is. Okay, so I was going to make some 7-bean dip. And I go, these are pretty expensive refried beans. Why don't you try some? This is a lot of refried beans. Maybe, what, about a cup? And I will just eat these. I don't think there's an expiration date on here. What is it? April 10th. I think that today is the 13th. I think they'll be okay. So I just want to heat these up. So if what I like about this food bank is I am trying to learn some vegetarian meals. So they give you kind of like vegetarian food, and then you eat it and you start to learn. So I was going to mention to you guys, I got refried beans, sliced turkey, 2 loaves bread, 6 beef sticks, 2 oranges, 2 cucumbers, 3 apples, a sweet potato, 2 regular potatoes, 2 stalks of celery, and I could have had a dozen eggs, but I still have eggs left from last week, so I don't want to take anything unless it's something I could really use. And they also offered me a large jar of peanut butter. So one of the ladies there said, you should take some peanut butter. And so if you don't have that much meat, and so you have beans, and I had some cheese, you can get by. Okay, so when I eat beans, I like, let's see if I can find something. Okay, I have this seasoning, Parmesan and garlic, so that'll be good. I think I bought this at Aldi's. Garlic is really good. I think these are just plain refried beans. I'm not sure. So my idea is just to go there and to eat whatever they give us. And so another thing I got, I mean, I have bought it before, but I generally don't, is this turkey meat. And it's a lot too. So what I want to do is I want to freeze it right away so nothing happens. So take a look at this. So you've seen the cheap. So if you don't have that much money, and I could have had eggs and peanut butter as well, and you show up. So I bought these baggies at Dollar Tree. Glad I did. Marked down. So I will just slip these in a baggie and slip them straight into the freezer. And I mentioned to you guys, I like to eat sandwiches. So I stockpiled, if you saw the last video, I stockpiled quite a few sandwiches. Just like last month, I bought sandwiches at Dollar Tree. So today for lunch, I had one of these. I bought these breakfast burritos from Dollar Tree. And if I can find one, I will try to show you. Oh, I bought these. I bought 2 of these and 2 burritos. Those are griddle, maple griddle, like sandwiches. So the thing about that is then I have, if I have some fruit. So I did get fruit today at the pantry. So I have a nice assortment of fruit. So a lot of people don't want to go to the food bank, and I promised myself, when you get old, you're not special. You're gonna do what all the rest of the old people on a fixed income do. So I'm gonna slice some of my my sliced cheese. So the 2 things that I for sure wouldn't have bought is this turkey and the beans. I never would have bought these beans. I have beans in the stockpile, but I think these are a little bit better quality. So I made mine kind of like soup so I can just eat them. And now I'll just put a little bit of cheese on here, not too much. If these are good beans, you could put some olive oil. And, you know, so, okay, so I'm going to have some beans in a little bowl. I'm going to save my cheese. And I could have had eggs and I could have had peanut butter. So if you're on some kind of fixed income, or you just don't have that much money, how about trying the food pantry? When I can't get to the pepper, but I will have pepper. In my life, you know, I used to take people, this is another reason I swore I was never going to be this way. Because I used to try to take people to the food pantry that really needed to go to the food pantry, and they wouldn't go. And I thought, I swear I will never be this way. Okay, so here we have it. Some kind of beans. Let me taste these. These probably taste, I just threw my silverware in the drawer because I had a lot. Let's taste this. This would be good if I could get to my pepper. Those are very delicious. And then when I thought I was going to make, I mean, isn't it really amazing that I got these beans when I was going to make 7-layer dip? So I had bought these refried beans. And so I can have some refried beans to dip in my, I mean, some good chips are very yummy with this kind of stuff. These are really good. I don't know what kind of beans these are. And then I have some chipotle salsa. So if you have a little food in your food pantry and you, you know, you make an effort to help yourself. This salsa is kind of a sweet salsa. It's very delicious. While I was out, I got a pie from McDonald's for 50% off. Okay, so the thing about this is like a veggie meal. I saw this street guy eating a big container of salsa with chips. And so I had bought 4 cans of like SpaghettiOs. You know, I get tamales, chili. So I gave these 2 street guys these 4 cans of food, and they looked at me and said, what are we going to do with these? And I said to them, well, you could return them for money if you don't want them, but I would suggest eating them. The very next day I saw these 2, and you should have seen their condition. It was really bad. Okay, so we had 2 meats, but I could have had, because I had 6 beef sticks. But I could have, what I think I'm going to do with the beef sticks is I like to eat cheese with crackers and soup, and I am just going to eat the beef sticks. I also love cottage cheese. So I could have had a dozen eggs, and I could have had a large can of peanut butter. I'm not really going there to take food. You might be thinking, well, you could have taken the peanut butter and put it in your stockpile. But I'm not really looking for food to put in my stockpile. I'm really looking for fresh food. That's what I really think I need. So I am still stockpiling no matter what. So today at Dollar Tree, I showed you I bought 2 burritos and 2 griddle cakes. But I also bought 2 macaroni and cheese because I have a couple of those beef sticks. I mean, those sausages from Dollar Tree that I want to eat. Okay, I want to mention, and okay, so stockpile, keep stockpiling. Meat would be good. Cheap meat would be good, and try to find veggies and cheese meals. When refried beans are good, they're the best. All right, I want to mention what I had for breakfast. Okay, I went to the food pantry. Then I came home and I tried to knock myself out with sleeping pills. And when I got up, I had, oh, where is that? I have these good oats, but I also got oatmeal. So what I'm thinking about, you guys, is healthy grains. So if there's no meat, we want to have healthy grains. So at some point, I bought these at grocery outlet, and see, your food goes down fast when you eat it all the time. A 1/4 cup oatmeal, a 1/4 cup of this whole, this is very good, whole milk, and then a 1/4 cup. I really like these Walmart raisins because they're little. So 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons Walmart walnuts. Okay, so, and 2 cups water, and I microwaved it. I just kept microwaving it 2 minutes, then 1 minute, 1 minute. But I happen to remember that when I was a kid, they ate oatmeal, and I got this really good bread. See how this is some kind of dark type bread, and it's like a whole grain bread. And you can see I had a little piece, and I had homemade butter. And I mean, just by adding a little bread, so if you're like me, you might go, wow, that's way too much carbs. But what I'm trying to do is discover meals that are cheap. I'm not going to get hungry. I eat the meal, and I'm not hungry for hours and hours. So when I did get hungry, that's when I had the burrito that I bought. Because in the middle of the day, I just want a little meal to last me until dinner. I could have bought a small hamburger or chicken sandwich, but I knew I had these sandwiches at home and I really love these pies. Okay, so then the reason I had to go to the gym is because, to Dollar Tree, is because when you go to the gym, your clothes are destroyed. And so what I did is I set aside clothes for the gym and I wrecked my socks. So I bought 2 pair of socks for $1.25 because I thought, why should I spend a lot of money for gym stuff? It just gets dirty and wrecked. So, okay, so I got a half price pie at McDonald's and I got socks and 4 sandwiches and 2 macaroni and cheese at Dollar Tree. Okay, I got 2 stalks of celery, and what I do is after I will pickle some of the celery this time. I just use my pickling brine and I'll put the celery in the refrigerator, you know, like refrigerator pickles, just the hearts. The rest of them I will eat with the homemade pickles. So if you have celery, what you can do is cut it off, just put it in some water, and when it starts to sprout at the top and roots come out at the bottom, then you can plant them in the backyard. So you can make pickled celery, and you can blanch it. So just you plunge it into boiling water and then you plunge it into ice water. So you just put it in there for a minute or 2 and then pickle it. Stir fries, salads. What I usually do with celery and salads is I just make the celery and peanut butter on the sides, and now I have the beef sticks, so that'll be good. Cucumbers, I got 2 cucumbers. I'll make pickles. Another thing I like to make with cucumbers is cucumber salad, like to eat with a sandwich. But you can make your cucumber salad with the homemade pickles, and I just add like sour cream, or I thin up some cream cheese and I put garlic, salt, and pepper, and that is really a good salad. Okay, with the beef sticks, I could cut them up and eat them on the side of the meal. Probably with crackers, cheese, and beef sticks. Okay, so now think about these foods that can be, if you get these, I have noticed since I went last week, 2 of each item is more than enough for me. So that helps me discover if I'm buying food, how much I need for one person. So you can pickle carrots, squash, red onions, cauliflower, cucumbers, sweet corn, asparagus, and zucchini. What I would do is on the corn, I would blanch it and then plunge it in cold water and then freeze it, cool it and then freeze it. Okay, so now, so if you don't have that much meat, if it gets critical, then you can, if you have milk and you have dairy, such as milk, cheese, butter, yogurt, and soy, you can make, you know, tofu, you can make milk. So bearing that in mind is very important. Okay, what do I have here? All right, here is, I can't believe this. Look, I sprouted in less than about a week 11 soybeans. And I want to encourage you guys, just try to grow a little indoor garden or a little balcony garden. And these are the soybeans I grew, and in just a couple days they're starting to sprout. And what I do is I just put them in between 2 wet napkins, and then I check the napkin every day and I re-wet it, or if it smells at all, I change the napkin, and then I slip it inside of a baggie and I put it in my windowsill. And so look how splendidly my mint plant is doing. So I decided I will buy some 7 Dust this year and sprinkle it on my plants to try to deter pests. Okay, now be thrifty now. The future will take care of itself. Okay, 1, will the cost of living go down? No, it's never going down. We could suffer climate shocks. It's not out of the realm of possibility to expect another pandemic of some sort, disruption in food and energy production, so something could hold that up. And then expecting spikes in the cost of transportation, healthcare, housing, and groceries. When I was a nurse, the girls would come to school and they had some service, I think it was called it was called Healthy Family, and from one day to the next, you couldn't call, it was gone. Also, when we had the big fires, you could apply for this money, and one day it was just gone. So, okay, so now, so we want to be as thrifty as we can, like just going through the day and saying, could I be any thriftier? Okay, so now I'm starting to see losses of jobs out here. Okay, the bean dip. I want to give you the sour cream recipe again. So if you make this homemade, you can put it in a jar, and it's just like butter or sour cream. And today I saw they had green onion mix, and you can make your own chip dip. So if you want to eat chips with your sandwiches at lunch. Okay, now think about this. Think about disruption or grid down. No electricity, that means no water and no internet. So I'm trying to keep my water filled. No gasoline stations be open, can't go to the store, and no heat and no air. Okay, there could be utility rationing. They could simply turn it off at certain parts of the day. Okay, now, I've seen people recently with dirty clothes issues, but what I think the thing to do is, if you don't have the money or you don't have a washer or dryer, you just wash your clothes out every night and hang them up. That way you're not going around with dirty clothes. And also, you need to, I did a video and I showed you guys, I wash my body out of a gallon of water, but I would switch it up a bit since then. And now we have these wipes. So I would start out, I would go teeth, face, hands, private, and feet. But I would wash everything with the wipes first, and then I would take a bath with the water, and I would have another pail of water to rinse my rag. So be thinking about how am I, and then don't throw your water away. I'll go into that in a minute. So no refrigeration, make sure you have coolers. So when I find coolers cheap, I buy them. And so one of the things this summer is go to the beach, although now all the homeless are thinking of that, or the mountains, but one good place is the casino. Because out here we have the casino in the mountains, and the casino has generators, and you can gamble. Okay, be prepared with meals ready to eat. And what I would do is I would pack a box of 30 meals, 30 cans, and take it with me. Also, I got last week vegan sausages at the pantry. So I put some oil in a pan, I cooked the vegan sausages, and then I scrambled an egg on top, and they had given me bagels. Okay, now this week, I learned something. This bread was frozen, but I thought I'm going to take it. And it was funny because when we came, they go, okay, you can have one, you can have two. So when there was like one available, I inspected the food carefully, and I said, okay, this is the best thing to take in this section. The turkey is the best thing to take. The whole grain bread is the best thing to take. So this was like $20-something worth of food. And so I had bagels, and I just had the vegan sausages. So it looks like, from what I'm seeing, They give you each week. Last week it was the vegan sausages. This week it was the turkey. Okay, it is important to remember that although most pollutants tend to float or sink, all can be dissolved in the water at a certain level. And it depends how virulent the contamination is. But the thing is if you have the water, you can use it to water your plants. You can scum off the top, or you can flush it. If something happens, don't use your indoor toilets at all. Use an outhouse, some kind of outhouse. I would use big gulp cups, and then I would throw them straight into the garbage. I don't like to keep any, I don't flush anything down my toilets, and I don't like to keep any contamination in the house. Not even the bird cage droppings. All right, now, all right. I want to mention something. Think about bread. Okay, you notice they give us this healthy grain bread, or these big packages of bagels. My bagels are still good too. But if you have butter and peanut butter, and it was extremely nice of them. Don't you want the peanut butter? Because if you have peanut butter and you have some canned fruit, you can make jam. Just drain your fruit, add water and sugar, boil it down until it's the consistency of jam. And if you have some lemon, put that in, and then you can make some refrigerator jam. Another thing is, for the past 2 weeks, they've given us potatoes and sweet potatoes, but no rice, which is fine because most of us can buy rice at $2 a bag. So think about how important it is to have bread, rice, potatoes, and butter. Sweet potatoes are really a luxury. Let's see, what else is in my vegetables? Oh, I had different kinds of potatoes. That's what I had. Then think about each week maybe buying some clothes at the thrift store when they're half price. So by carefully shopping, I can get brand new things. I have worn this sweater to death for a couple years, but I will keep wearing it until it's totally shot. But think about underwear and socks. How bad it's going to be if all your underwear and socks, like my gym socks, I go, oh, you got to find socks. And so I usually got them at the 99-cent store, but now the 99-cent store is totally out of business. So that's bad news. But I did finally found them. I found them. And then I got a nice carpet for my living room, and I'm going to be spring cleaning my house and preparing for all the holidays, because there's not that many left. There's the 4th of July, there's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's New Year's, there's Thanksgiving. So preparing for those little by little. Another thing is, out here the food pantries give diapers, so that's a good thing to know. I want to mention the Israel war. Is this it? Is Christ returning? I don't think so. What I think is going to happen is a spike in the cost of gasoline. So we were talking where I buy the gas, and they go, I can see it going to $6 a gallon. And I said, well, it's almost there. It's $5.70. Okay, so we would expect, a spike in the gasoline for sure. So now think about this. If the economy is pretty bad, and I think it is, and the only thing people are buying is food, what do you think is going to happen to the price of food? They're going to get that dollar any way they can. Also, expect utility spikes. So I wrote down, where did I write it? Transportation. They really want to discourage privately owned vehicles. They want to discourage the eating of meat. So right now, the time for us is discover, okay, how can I find, not all week, but 1 or 2 bean meals or vegetarian meals or cheese meals or like egg meals, you know, just find those now, the ones we like. Healthcare, they're saying, you know, it could be like the healthy family thing where it just didn't exist. Housing, I think out here the housing is really, really expensive, and I think it could get worse too. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if they come up with this government housing, you know, like in other countries. And then groceries. So the best thing you can do is do everything you can to make sure you have plenty of food in your house, so that if there's some spike in the what I'm going to be doing this week is I'm going to do a little discount shopping. So today I bought the macaroni and cheese and the sandwiches, and I'm going to go into Dollar Tree and look around and see. Mainly what I'm looking for this week is vegetarian food, you know, like the sausages, if I can find it really cheap. And okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're a senior and you know, just say, okay, I don't want to be lofty, I want to be honest, and I want to say to myself, the most important thing is my future surviving. Okay, you guys, bye.